Good evening. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Wednesday, September 10th. Just a really quick update today. Market pretty choppy. A lot of stop loss runs out there. We were up 100, then we're down, then we're up. Most stocks had a downward bias. Tomorrow is 9/11, and options expiration is next Friday. And as I've mentioned many, many, many times, they have a tendency to run the market counter to the trend the Wednesday/Thursday of the week before. That is today and tomorrow. And tomorrow being 9/11 and the last couple of 9/11s, they've sputtered out a couple of large rallies. Odds are pretty decent tomorrow if they have the right kind of spin news to jam us higher. Dow 15-minute chart, we're still in this bullish falling wedge, support 11K now. If we flip over to the daily chart, I redrew the chart. It shows, again, 11,200 support, but really we need to hold 11K just like we needed to hold 11.4. But we need to hold 11K or we're looking at 10.2 to 10.5. RSI still treading around the mid mark. Stochastics are oversold. Unbalanced volume, however, is still in an uptrend. Believe it or not, I find that quite amazing. And volume has actually picked up dramatically over the last week in September, and most of it has actually been on the upside, which again is a surprise considering what's going on in the overall market. Uh, Oil tried to rally again today and then got smacked down, actually. Reason for that is the US dollar, pretty parabolic chart. I mean, that's a massive move in the dollar over the last couple of months from 71 to 80. Looks like oil earlier this year. And looks like my call of 90 plus on the US dollar by December may hit even sooner. Actually, it may end even hitting by the election. Oil breaks 100 and it's off to the races on the downside. We'll be looking at my $80 to $85 target pretty rapidly once that happens. SMH still in this bullish falling wedge. Little indecision again today. Sold off, came back, doesn't know what it wants to do. But RSI is under 30. And last time we had an RSI under 30, we had a 7 to 8% pop in the SMH. Actually, last week when we got down to 25 and we had the first RSI pop, we went from 25.87 to 27.21, a buck 40, 4% gain in 2 days. Here we dipped below RSI 30 again, and as I had mentioned, wipeout option point is $30 on the SMH. 9/11 tomorrow. You never know. We might see a 10% move on this starting tomorrow. So fingers crossed for that. CROX, more indecision today. Big rally yesterday, got as high as 535, got smacked down by the shorts. 30% short interest on this stock. They're not going to give up easily. They came after it again today, and the stock was able to close green. So a move over at 466 tomorrow should set us up for a move on $5. Stochastics held over 50, which is good, and this one looks good for tomorrow. SIRF, this was a big winner for us last week. 25% winner, has given it all back over the last couple of days. These guys are at a conference tomorrow. If they post any good news, we could see a snapback rally. Target is 220 plus on this one on the scalp. Of course, it all depends on the news, which is the reason it was a small scalp play. There are a few other plays I'm looking at, but just don't want to throw them out there right now until we see what happens tomorrow in the market. As I mentioned in the room today, just a lot of stocks just breaking down big for no reason, losing all support in a blink, and then rallying back. Case in point was Blockbuster. BBI closed at 230. Its support was 220. Collapsed all the way down to 209, and then they rallied it all the way back to a high of the day at 233. That is what we're facing in this market, and that is why we're high cash and only a few trades right now. Hopefully we get the options rally tomorrow, and we should, if that happens, start to see lots of scalps. So fingers crossed that I'm going to be sending out some trading alerts tomorrow, market willing. Don't forget, though, the financial storm that's out there is not passing and is likely to get worse. Washington Mutual, Lehman Brothers continue to get hammered by the shorts. Who knows what other garbage news is out there, but a small counter trend rally for options will set them up for a nice washout into October. So all we're looking at is a little rally for the next few days, and then they can go back to tanking everything with rumors, just like they have been recently. And that's it for the video tonight. I'll see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.